In the last video, we found a product that makes over $77,000 a month. Now, if you haven't seen that video, make sure you go and find it and check it out. Now, in this video, I'm going to teach you exactly how to find the absolute best suppliers for you and to get the best prices for the next step in the process. I'm also going to provide you with a template and I'm going to talk you through all of the pieces that we need to go through. So let's go and jump into that now. But before we get into that, if you don't know, I'm your FBA star Vic, welcoming all new FBA stars to the channel. Make sure you smack that subscribe button and hit the little bell icon so you know when I'm releasing new videos. Right, let's jump into the laptop. So this is the $77,000 product that we found in the last video. Now, I've contacted thousands upon thousands of suppliers and spoken to thousands of them. And this template that I'm about to use is the best template out there that gets me the fastest response and helps me to identify who are the actual best suppliers and helps me to get the best prices. And I want to give that to you for free and I want to show you how to actually use it. First of all, let's find some suppliers for this gold plastic silverware. So head over to Alibaba.com and all you want to do is just type in what you're looking for, gold plastic silverware. Actually, gold plastic cutlery would probably be better. And what you will find is a list of suppliers that come up. And as you can see, they're all very relevant to what we are looking for. Now, I like to order it by list. So I just click the button on the right there. Now, make sure you head over to suppliers and you tick trade assurance. Now, trade assurance provides you a level of protection when you're actually buying from the Alibaba website. It's actually from Alibaba providing that protection against the supplier. So make sure you check that because we only want to work with suppliers that have the trade assurance. Now, we know that all these suppliers are likely to be able to give us what we want. So we want to get in contact with as many of them as possible. And I'll explain why in a minute. But let's head over to the supplier template that you can download for free. So this is exactly how you use it. So I'm going to talk you through it step by step and explain each of the bits and pieces and where you can get them from and why we use that terminology. So let's start off. So first of all, we need to write the company name, which we will get from here. So all we would do is hit the contact supplier button and a new window will open up with a contact email. And you can grab the company name from here. So you just literally copy and paste that into the supplier template like so. So what we want to do next is add your name. So my name is Vic. What we're doing here is introducing ourselves. I am the owner of Big Silverware. We're an international company based out of the UK or US, so I'm going to put the UK. Now, it doesn't matter where you're actually based out of, it's absolutely fine. You could make it up if you wish, but UK is absolutely fine. Selling products globally. Now, the reason we say that is so they know that we're a big company and we are interested in actually having a conversation with them about their products. We'd like to introduce ourselves and express an interest in creating a profitable long-term partnership between our two companies. Now, it's important that you start using words like profitable, long-term, partnership, business partners, because that's what the suppliers are looking for. And that's the culture when you're actually talking to suppliers in China. You want to make sure that you're building a long-term relationship and you're building trust. Most of the business that gets done, mostly across the world really, is done based on trust and a long-term partnership and relationship. So that's your objective in this, is to build that long-term relationship with the supplier. So the next step, product specifications. So what we want to do is write the product name here. So we would write gold plastic silverware and you would attach an image over here. Now, some people will tell you to add a link. So they will tell you to add this specific Amazon link into the template over here. But the reason I do not do that is because I've had several scenarios where the supplier has come back and said, well, actually, you're selling this product for $34.19, so you should be able to make profit on the price that I give you, which means they're going to give me a higher price. And that has happened to me before. When I switched it over to just attaching an image, the prices seem to have changed. So this is how you start to get a better price, but not the best price just yet. So make sure you attach that image to the email, and you can do that by using the add attach button over here. Now what you want to do here is add the size, the material thickness, and the weight. Now you can get some of that information from here, but you could also get some of that information from opening up the products section over here and opening up the listing. So as you can see, there's some more information over here, like the plastic type. You can also add all of that information and the color, etc. So let's go back to our supplier template. So you would add all of that information here. And if there's any other details that you want to add, make sure you put that in this section over here. Now, we also want to add private label packaging. So we want to let them know that we want to put our own label on this package. So we're branding it as our own product. So whether you're putting a sticker label or your box packaging, make sure you just delete as appropriate, or you can have both. In this scenario, it's likely to be box packaging, so we would delete the sticker label part. And then we also want to make sure that we're covered. The price that they give us, we want to make sure that it includes packing into cartons, which essentially means boxes, and a shipping sticker label on that carton. So a shipping sticker label on that box. You don't want to be in a scenario where you come up with a great price and then you tell them that, okay, I need these packed into cartons and I also need to put a sticker label, a shipping label onto that box. Then what they will do is add a higher price just because you wanted to add a sticker label. No, you want to know the price right up front on how much it's going to cost you so you can compare against other suppliers. So that's why you put that in. So the next step here is to please enter your answers in red text beneath each question. Now the reason I write red text is just to try and understand whether they've actually read this in detail or not. Whether they've put it in red or not doesn't really make a difference. All we want to do is just understand that they have the best price and they are the best supplier for us, really. So the next question is, how much would it cost FOB units for this many number of units? So let's say we're looking to buy 500 sets. So we would write 500 units there. FOB essentially means that they would produce the products and send it over to the shipping ports. So we want to make sure that we get the FOB price for 500 units. Then we want to actually know how many units in one carton and what is the gross weight and size of one of the cartons. Now remember, cartons means shipping box. Now the reason we want that information is so we could use that information to find out how much it's actually going to cost us to ship the product. And then the last and final section is, please add me on WeChat, and you add your contact details. Now if you don't know what WeChat is, it's the most common form of communication, just like WhatsApp or Facebook Messenger, but in China they use WeChat. There's a lot of restrictions on trying to use WhatsApp and Facebook Messenger, etc. So it makes it a lot more difficult. WeChat makes it very, very simple. You can get that from your app store. And then we write, I look forward to starting our long-term business relationship through WeChat. So it's just to encourage people to get in touch with you on WeChat. And the reason I say WeChat is because it's much faster to do business through WeChat than to do it through email. And then best regards, your name, and then your company. So then all you would do is copy all of this and you go to your supplier, paste it here, add the attachment of the product, and then send the inquiry. So there's one tip that you need to know in order to get the best prices from the suppliers. But before I go into that, I just want to really understand, is this making sense to you? If it is, make sure you write star in the comment section below. Now the tip that I want to give you to get the best prices is to make sure that you get in contact with as many suppliers as you possibly can. Ideally, if you just get in contact with the suppliers that are on the first page, you should have enough. So it's 38 suppliers on this first page here. You should have enough people getting back in touch with you very, very quickly, so within a 24-hour period, to actually make an assessment on who's actually the best supplier for you. Now, when you get all of this information, make sure you set it out quite nicely in a spreadsheet or a document somewhere. Compare the prices of them, and you will quickly be able to understand who is actually the best price, who is actually the best supplier. And you want to base your decision on price. You also want to base your decision on the communication, whether they're asking you questions back, and are they answering your questions quite quickly and simply, and do they understand you? Communication is the number one thing that you need to prioritize. If you're not able to communicate with your supplier, you may end up with something that's completely different to what you've actually asked for. So make sure that you're getting the correct supplier by listing out all of the information that you have, including the prices that you have, and moving forward from there. When you have all your prices together and you know which suppliers you actually want to work with, tell your other supplier, you've got another supplier that has your product for this price. Would you please be able to speak to your manager and help me out to get the best price so I can work with you and build that long-term relationship? That's the message that you want to send. Would you be able to do this price? I look forward to hearing from you and working with you in the future. So remember, in order to get your copy of the supplier template that I have here in front of me, make sure you click the link in the description. All we need is your first name and your email address, and it will be sent straight to your inbox. So if you like this video, make sure you hit that like button. If you didn't like it, make sure you hit the dislike button. Smack that subscribe button. I have tons more tutorials coming out on a weekly and daily basis, so make sure you stay tuned. And let me know, are you going to get your copy of the supplier template? Let me know in the top right section. All you need to do is click yes or no. And lastly, I want to invite you to our Facebook group, the FBA Stars Facebook group. There's a link in the description. Make sure you come and join the massively growing group. I will see you in the next video.